Howdy. So, the guys at work wanted me to do a segment on being transgender, and so that's what I'm going to talk about. So, to start things out, my own personal thoughts on it are that uh, I'm always of the opinion that if what you're doing doesn't bother other people, has no effect on them, that you should be allowed to do it. Um, So based on that, people who are transgender, it doesn't really affect me. It has nothing to do with me. So why should it really bother me that somebody is transgender? That's kind of how I feel on it. Uh, so obviously, transgenderism, something that's been in the news relatively frequently. You hear about it. Definitely, we heard about it recently with what was going on with the military. Basically, I've said, I don't know if I've said it in any of the streams before, but I feel like your rights end where another person's rights begin. As long as you're not infringing on somebody else's rights, you pretty much have the right to do what you want to do. I mean, within a reasonable extent. But, as far as, like I said, I have no problem with someone being transgender. It has nothing to do with me. I don't feel it's right, the way that transgender people are discriminated against. I don't like that. You've had the different states with their bathroom bills and stuff like that. And honestly, I feel like that the ultimate authority in deciding who goes into your bathroom should be you, should be like the different businesses, whatever their bathroom policy is. You know, I feel like that's the best way to go. So I'm not in favor of either municipalities or states either making it more restrictive, saying, "Oh, it'll only be men in this bathroom and only women in this bathroom," or just saying, "Well, you can't discriminate against what anyone believes." No, I think it should be up to the business. Uh, if you don't like what the business has to say about whether you can go to the bathroom there, go somewhere else. You know, I feel like honestly, if it's a big thing, let the free market take care of it. Because if it really upsets people what a particular business's bathroom policy is, uh, let those people decide to go somewhere else and let that place lose business, and then it'll take care of itself. Um, I have heard people say that they feel like transgenderism is, like a mental illness type thing. Um, I can't really speak to that. I'm not a doctor. It's possible it is, I suppose. It's also possible that it's genetic. There's a lot of possibilities out there. Honestly, from my point of view, I just really don't care what those possibilities are. The honest answer to it is you're not hurting anyone else, so let's just let you do you. You know, I don't see why people are so concerned with what other people are doing that they don't like. Especially when it doesn't affect you. One of the few areas where I feel like it does affect other people, you've got a lot of things these days with people wanting to be called like Z or Zer, Um, I'm going to call you what I think you are, but my best guess, if I have to guess. If you look like a ma'am, I'm going to call you ma'am. If you look like a sir, I'm going to call you sir. Further than that, honestly, these are just things that I'm going to use in small talk and small conversation. Uh, if it's just a minor change, like oh, by the way, I'm really a guy. I'm not a girl. Okay, I'll call you sir. It's a minor modification. I'm not going to memorize, hundreds of different pronouns for what you want to be called. Nah, it's not going to happen. If it's that big of an issue for you, I don't like to just, I'm not out there to try and upset anybody. I'm not going to try and pick anybody off. But if I feel like it's that much of an issue to speak to you because I have to worry, that you're going to be upset about what I'm saying because I didn't address you, as what you are or, whatever. But I'm probably just going to talk to you. I mean, that may not be a big deal for you. It won't be a big deal for me. But uh, yeah, I'm probably just gonna not talk to you and just leave it at that because, like I said, I'm not out there to purposely try to tick somebody off. Um, but yeah, that's just kind of my feelings on that particular facet. Like you can come up with whatever pronouns you want to, but I'm not gonna memorize all that. That's I'm not. I'm also not gonna start a conversation out with, what gender do you prefer to be addressed as? Screw that. If you like I said, if you appear to be a man, I'm going to use male pronouns. If you appear to be a woman, I'll use feminine pronouns. And if you specifically say, oh, I'm a girl, I'll use feminine pronouns. Fine. But beyond that, yeah, like I said, I just probably won't talk to you if it feels like it's that much of a barrier. Um, Beyond all of that, did have oh yeah, the bathroom policy. I did want to go back to that real quick. Um, like I said, I feel like it should be on the business to make their own decision. Um, as far as like what bathrooms they have, um, basically men's and women's bathrooms. I'm not opposed to the idea of gender neutral bathrooms. I feel like if it's gender neutral, it probably should be just like a single bathroom with like the toilet and the sink and the door and that's it. Um, but beyond that, gender neutral bathroom that's fine with me. Uh, I don't really have that many demands about where I go to the bathroom, just as long as there's a place for me to go to the bathroom in there. Um, I've heard people talking about that it's a significant risk because they feel like people will abuse this policy to try and get into the other gender's bathroom. Um, so I've always felt like, and I really feel in terms of transgender, especially when you've got somebody who maybe was born a male and wants to become a female, or vice versa, that if you're going to draw a line in the sand somewhere, it's at where they've actually gone through, reassignment surgery. If we're going to draw a firm line in the sand, that to me that sounds like a good line to draw. And so if you're making rules about where people can go to the bathroom, and you have a male bathroom and a female bathroom, go to the one that corresponds with your genitalia. Uh, and if you've had that changed or reassigned, then go to the other bathroom. That's fine. Um, because honestly, I feel like at that point, I don't think somebody's going to change their, like, physically reassign their gender just to go see somebody in the in the opposite sex's bathroom. To me, that seems a bit extreme. And if somebody's that extreme, I don't see why, you know, labeling men and women's bathrooms make that much of a difference to them to begin with. Um, so I seriously doubt that they're. I mean, I can't say there are no transgender that's their thought, but it would have to be an immensely small amount, and at least in my opinion, I don't think people would go through all of that just for that. Um, but yeah, that's really my opinion on all of this. I had tried to do this video earlier; it didn't really turn out very well. It was kind of long. Just let me know questions, comments, concerns. I'll address any questions you got. So yeah, take it easy.